Right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ted Wilson from Palm Springs, California. What an amazing weekend it has been. Congratulations to the 578 qualified Emerald businesses that took in this historic event. In a word, incredible. The miracle movement, Valentus, is absolutely on fire. The validation, the authentic, honest, transparent approach of showcasing what Valentus has been up to, the inner workings, the behind the scenes, the people involved to make this a legacy company. An incredible leadership summit here. Having the opportunity to rub shoulders and discuss and to embrace and to hug and to high five and to celebrate the victories and the achievement for those that were here enjoying their leadership, knowing that they are all of us here at this summit. This is the inner circle leadership that's going to take this company to 10, 15, 20, 30 million a month. Barry Hughes, I want to ask you a couple questions, my friend, specific to this incredible movement, this miracle movement weekend. You're a Blue Diamond, one of the top leaders of this company for certain. Barry, what are your thoughts around the nuts and bolts of this incredible movement, and what's the message for those people that perhaps didn't qualify or just weren't able to make this event? Tell us from your heart, my friend, what was the miracle movement to you?
Well, thanks, Ted. I'm sitting here, and for some of you may find this hard to believe, but I'm almost speechless about what I witnessed this weekend. It just reaffirms my belief in our ownership. It reaffirms my belief in what's going on here, and it reaffirms my belief in Dave's commitment that the little guy gets to win here for once, that the little guy gets to survive in a company and thrive in a company and flourish in a company because he really does have your back. And that was so far established again this weekend. First of all, what was established here is that we are going to experience hyper growth in this business. We are, as Valentus as a corporation, going to experience a growth cycle leading into 2017 that's going to be unparalleled in the industry. So if you're on the phone right now, brace yourself for that and get ready for that and get ready to recommit to how much you want to be a part of that, because that's one thing that became abundantly clear. And how did it become abundantly clear? How do I know the affirmation of that is solid? Because of some of the corporate advisors Dave had there at the table this time. We had some guys who Dave disclosed are businessmen who've made hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars that Dave's trusts as advisors. We saw Paul Milne. We saw Rick Deitch. These guys are guys who are, we call them Rickopedia and Wikipedia. These two guys are some of the most knowledgeable men in the industry to ensure that our products are viable and safe and efficacious for everybody to use worldwide. That we have things in the process here, Ted, that are ensuring that we're going to be able to do business in the United States, in Canada, in Europe, and all the applications and all the things that need to happen for that are being done here. So if you're wondering on this call, are we doing everything right? Are we doing everything from a legal standpoint the right way? If you were here this week and you saw that there is no doubt that all the I's are being dotted and all the T's are being crossed. And that really gave me a real sense of peace and a real sense of confidence going out and going further. Because if we're going to ramp this up, we need those things in place. And yet again, Dave demonstrates that he's got it all taken care of. Those were very important things to note. So if you're on the call right now, know that those things are being done. We have the right people in place to ensure our products are going to deliver on a day-to-day basis in any part of the world they're in, and that the people that want to keep us open in those countries are doing the right things and making the right submissions to ensure that that happens. We want to talk about, other things that are happening here. Ted, do you want me to comment on some of the other amazing things I saw this weekend?
Well, I think before we do that, Barry, I think it's important that we acknowledge the fact that these processes that Dave disclosed on stage, it's not cheap. The level of investment, forecasting for the future, very, very few companies get to this space in business that can, one, afford, and two, can comfortably invest, knowing that the investment will yield, obviously, a return on that investment. For example, the country of Canada is very well represented here in Palm Springs, clearly. A lot of proud Canadians. Having Paul Milne reaffirm that, NPN numbers, natural product numbers are in place. It does not mean that the country of Canada is open yet, but it's a critical first piece ensuring compliance. The second piece, working with the world-renowned number one legal firm in Canada in the direct selling space, has been now retained by Valentus to facilitate the final stage of registration for direct sales licensing. Once that's in place, likely in early 2017, the country of Canada will be officially open, which means it will then be available for retail, for those that are looking to retail, sell, promote the business opportunity, etc. Right now, the country of Canada remains an NFR, not for resale market. It's also important to note, as you say, Barry, that in the country of America, USA, having the number one direct selling network marketing attorney firm on retainer is an important distinction, knowing that you have the right people at the helm to protect the golden goose. As you say, Barry, this is an important distinction that Valentus has encircled and has retained the right people to take this company to the next level, protecting where we've been and, more importantly, where we're going. I think the last thing, Barry, that I want to reiterate to people listening here today is the fact that Valentus is not cutting corners. And furthermore, Valentus will not permit people to cut corners. If you're trying to sell products on Amazon and eBay, you're going to be shut down. There's a compliance department here that is going to be policing. You want to be doing it correctly. In America, you're allowed to retail at the MSRP. Any other markets of the world, you're not allowed to retail at all. That was an important distinction at this summit. So, Barry, talking more specifically now around some of the added insights in terms of your excitement around this as we look to close today's call, maybe sort of bring us home in terms of just not what we experienced, but more so the confidence knowing of where we're going. Europe, into Southeast Asia, into the South Pacific, knowing that you have representation, people here circling, wanting to be part of the pioneering movement of this company. Bring us home, Barry, in terms of your final insights from the 2016 Emerald Summit here in Palm Springs.
Well, thanks, Ted, and great recap here, guys. It really gives us a great amount of confidence to understand where this company is going and to see that all the stones are being overturned to ensure that all the right things are happening here. I'm really confident, more so than ever, in the direction we're leading in. We saw some other great things happen. We saw the emergence of leaders, young leaders, Austin Lewis, Daniel King, who got on stage and blew it away. We saw people overcome fears of speaking in front of large audiences. We saw so many things that just, again, reaffirmed that this company is doing all the right things to help anyone and everyone win here big in Valentus. Does anybody on the call here like brand new Cadillac? Dave goes out and thinks Joyce needs a new car to get a Cadillac, and Joyce likes her Buick. She doesn't need a new car. So Dave says, well, I'm buying it anyway, and I'm going to give it away to somebody in this company. I was floored. I couldn't believe the generosity. Well, I can believe the generosity of Dave, actually, because I've seen how generous he is. A Cadillac, and here's how that's going to work. So if you're on the call today and you're listening and you would like a brand new car, on top of all the other pay streams we get here at Valentus, if you'd like a brand new car, here's some of the things you got to do. Any customer order or any representative customer order, any product ordered in your business personally by you, that adds up to 3 in a calendar month. So if you got 2 customers and a business builder, or 3 people joined at 1 box, you're going to get a ballot. There's no limit to the amount of ballots you can get. And each time you get a ballot, it gets banked for you. And then sometime in spring of 2017, Dave Jordan is going to pull the winning ballot, and you're going to get a Cadillac. It's black. It's beautiful. There's a big V on it. You got to have the V on it. Dave says that's got to be clear. And who wouldn't want to drive around a Cadillac with a big V on it? Because everybody's going to ask you, what is that? You're just going to continue to build your business. I couldn't believe it, Ted, when I saw this guy throwing a Cadillac in front of us all to take back to our teams to motivate them even more. You know, that's a life-changing thing for some people. To get a brand new Cadillac, some people can only dream of a car like that. And here Dave's given one away, and he said, I want somebody who's not in this room to win that car. That's because he really wants you to experience what's going on in this company. Another thing I saw that really touched my heart, we had a lady who was minutes from arriving here at the Valentus Summit, and she was in a horrific accident. And Dave stands up at the end, Ted, and he makes sure that this woman gets $1,000 to support her in her efforts to get home because the car's totaled. You know, again, it brought a tear to my eye. I just could not believe the human approach of this company, where we call it the heartbeat of our company. That happened here. I just can't emphasize enough. If you've been in any other network marketing opportunity, or if this is your first time, this is out of the ordinary. This doesn't happen. This company is setting us up to win because it's instilled a caring human quality that is missing in almost every single corporate position. I saw promotions. I saw Tommy Fraser's sister come all the way here to accept his 100,000K earning ring on his behalf because he had obligations back home. I saw John Haremza get a six-figure ring. Now we had Mike McClanahan get a six-figure ring. We had Mike King get a six-figure ring. So that's up to 9 rings total with the previous Blue Diamonds that had received them at the last summit. You want to answer all these important questions where are we going? Are people here feeling better on our products? Yes. Are people here losing weight on our products? Yes. Are people here finding more time for their families and freeing things up and taking the pressure off financially? Yes. Are people here getting wealthy? Yes. Are all the positions in place with legal, with shipping? Yes. Are all the things in place from a leadership and a process standpoint? Yes. We check off all the boxes here, Ted. We check off every single box that's needed for people to win here. You are prepared for massive growth and an early momentum in 2017. I want to invite everybody to really reevaluate what level of commitment you've brought to this business up to now. I have a renewed commitment. I have to tell you, I am in building mode. I'm in recruiting mode. I'm in support the team mode. I want you to ask out of yourself. Have you really thrown yourself into this opportunity? Have you really taken the commitment step needed to ensure your own success here? Do you really think you deserve it, or are you still setting self-limiting beliefs? Ask yourself these things, because there's no way that this is the right place, the right time, with the right products, with the right message, with the right leadership that's in place for you to win.